little camera eye. It would be very, very sad. I'm sitting here chatting with Bit a Penny. So
Hello.
everybody, go ahead and get in on your YouTube account. Use a Gmail and then switch over to live chat so we can see that you're here. Because we want to talk, don't we?
Absolutely.
We're talkers.
It wouldn't be the same without them.
No, it wouldn't. It'd be so. We were doing fine on our own, but after an hour, we'd be missing our peeps.
We gotta have the live chat.
It's the best. Christina's here from Sweden. Judy's
awesome.
Here from Michigan. Heather's here from New York. Sharon's here from her red chair, asking where's your helmet. I saw it on Instagram. I saw it on Instagram. There's Janet from Florida. Yay, Mary. Oregon. Okay, Salem, Oregon. Welcome, Mary. But that red chair, I just got to make sure that red chair is rocking and ready. Susan Smurf Murphy. It is Craft Roulette time. If you are just scrolling through and you've never been to Craft Roulette, we are the ultimate. I still laugh at that, but we are the ultimate papercraft improv show. And we are going to be on this is our 65th episode. Hubba hubba. That's a lot of Friday nights. Hello, Terry from Florida and Catherine from Washington and TR. You're in my thoughts, girl. It's nice to have you here. Rachel, you nutcase. I'm glad you're here. You're so funny. And your card was so cute from Fun University. I was so proud of you. Stacy from Central New York. Oh, okay. I didn't put those two together. And 5K from Florida. Oh. 5K, I am so proud of you. I've got to get my pictures ordered too. I'm behind from 2020. I want to get on it. But that's right, the ultimate TR. That is it. Hey, Karen Howard from Washington. Whoa, lots of Washington folks tonight. That's cool. Yep, our dedication. Is that right? What part?
Yeah.
Mine is? Okay, hang on. Is it better? Oh, that's right. There's a delay. Okay, I can't. I'm supposed to talk, not sing. Okay, we'll keep talking to the people. There's Karen and Rachel. You signed up for our card group. Thank you so much. Heidi. Oh, I was gonna say, wait, you're not from Colorado. Well, that's nice. Colorado is a beautiful place to be. Patty back. Woo, that girl created to bless. Can't remember what your name is. I just know you as Grandma Gay's here. Okay, we're gonna change microphones.
Oh, hi everybody. I'm just gonna jump in while Mary's changing. It's so good to see everyone. I'm so happy to see some of my people in here, and then all the wonderful Craft Roulette people. Created to bless you in Corpus Christi. I am north of Austin. We're not that far away.
Erica from Maryland. We need a few states to represent. Too. We have a few that, like New Jersey. If you know somebody that lives in New Jersey, we've never gotten a card from them. Let me just grab my map. Nothing? Get my map. Maybe, baby.
Hey, Grandma Gay. I'm ready to have fun too. Hi, Rose.
I don't know where I have it. Oh, there it is.
Oh, TR, you're so sweet. So glad you're here.
Okay, if you know somebody in North Dakota or South Dakota. We've never gotten a card from those two states. Please share with them. If you know somebody from Oklahoma, you would think we would get somebody from Oklahoma. Because you're in Texas and I'm in Missouri and I used to be in Kansas. We need to have that. So if you're in Oklahoma or know a crafter in Oklahoma, send this to them, right? Arkansas. We've never gotten a card from Arkansas. I find this abhorrent and totally unforgivable. We need to get that. So if you know somebody in Arkansas, please let them know. Alabama. I'm trying to think. Go through my Rolodex. I don't think we've gotten anybody from Alabama either. Surely there's some crafters there.
There are. I have some friends in Alabama.
Well, Brenda Gant. Does anybody watch Brenda Gant? We should get Brenda Gant to send us a card. She'd probably make it with a biscuit. You know who Brenda Gant is?
I don't.
She's a Facebook grandma who started cooking during the pandemic, during the first lockdowns, because nobody in her church knew how to cook, the young people. And so she started showing them how to cook.
Oh,
now she's got
that.
like over 1 million followers, and she's on all the time. She's coming out with a cookbook, and, and
I love it.
She's just a hoot and the sweetest little encouraging woman. But yeah, I may have to write to Brenda and say, you need to send us a card. Here are the parameters.
See what happens.
Yeah, I think it would just be a biscuit. She'll probably just send a biscuit. But she is very fun. Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont, we're all missing you. I think that's Rhode Island. We haven't not heard from. Delaware, New Jersey, West Virginia, and Virginia. But other than that, we've heard from you. So anyway, share with your friends and see if we can get some people from those states. I can fill them in. Oh, I know you've lived there, but you have to send a card in from there, Angela. So we have to keep you up to date there. Crafty Elves.
Well, maybe now that people are traveling, they can do that, right?
Yes.
So if people are crafting and traveling, they can send cards maybe from those places.
And have you seen that people are making their craft roulette packets to go?
I like that. Yes.
They are. They're looking at the parameters and figuring out what they need to pack for crafts in case, so that they can craft and send in a card.
I actually have an idea for that.
Okay.
My idea is to take an alpha stamp set or alpha die cuts, because depending on the parameter, if it's really specific and you don't have the stamps or you don't feel comfortable trying it, you can word or a word associated with that parameter. So like truck, you could do beep beep or something, something fun like that. So that would be my suggestion. That would be one of the things I think I would take if I was going to do craft roulette on the road as an alpha.
I know it's we've had people go to the craft store to get things.
I like the idea too of going down to the hotel lobby, because they always have a wall of brochures. Sure, you can
a smart,
find
some sort of scissors, some adhesive, a couple card bases, or at least some white paper.
I actually still have a bag packed for crafting on the go. So when my kids, they were not going to go to the same campus when they go back to school, because my son will be in middle school, but I used to sit and make cards while I waited for them to get out of school each day. So I still have it packed.
So you'd probably be pretty good for craft roulette on the go. I did go through the show last week, because we talked about it. I did go through the show last week and write down what everybody had suggested, but then the week got ahead of me and I didn't get it recorded or sent out in the group. But we just had a thunderstorm, Patty, and I was surprised everybody was very brave. Even all the dogs, both dogs and the cat too. So, it's time. It's time. Okay, we're going to take you off the screen, my dear. Thank you guys for all being here. And we will bring her back here in a few minutes, and we're going to talk to her about her wedding. What do you suppose? Okay. Thanks for everybody. We'll be right back. show up. Okay. Hello, Mary Jen Beth, founder and head professor of Fun University, and you are in trumpet hostess of Craft Roulette, episode 65, where we meet again with Biddy Penny from Texas. It's going to be a great show. We are the ultimate paper crafting game show. Woo, woo, woo! And 65, we didn't start at 64 and start going up. We had started with episode number 1, and we have been going every Friday night since. Whew, I mean to tell you, I don't know. I wouldn't even know what month it was or day of the week it was if we didn't have Craft Roulette. And I have our date right here with my friends every Friday night. If you've never been to Craft Roulette, please turn on your live chat and tell us where you're from. I will read every comment. Hit the notification and subscription bell if you feel so inspired. I hope you will feel that inspired. And if not, you can put your dog down. We'll let your dog be a part of our group too. It's all fine. Tonight we have Biddy Penny. Like I said, we are a community-supported group. We have a new patron, Denise O'Gwyn from Louisiana. We want to welcome her and thank her for being part of our support group. Vicky Ruda also stepped up to the Big Funders number, and that means a lot to us. It really does. We do not have any corporate sponsors, and we do not have, I'm not involved with any direct sales. So we don't try to sneak in any advertisement except for our own things, like our own merchandise. But we're pretty open about it. If you would like to support Craft Roulette or Cut the Crap and Create, our other show, or we don't have any Fun University stuff yet, but it will be coming. You can go to our merchandise store and pick up a couple little togs for yourself and for your little toddlers too. So it's so fun. I know we've had a lot of people get Craft Roulette gear, and we do have a little fashion album on our group at Facebook, Craft Roulette Show on Facebook group, which you can join and show off your fashion right there in the fashion album. But anyway, that's a great way to support us. We appreciate it. Let's see, what else? We have some moderators in the group tonight. I see their blue wrenches. We've got Sherry Bradley from Kentucky. We've got Ellen Card Monkey Jarvis from Pennsylvania, Crafty Al from Nebraska, and Stephen Gunn, who we often call Mr. Producer. So thank you guys for being here. If you do have any questions, they've been around for a long time supporting us and figuring out how we do on Craft Roulette, and they should be able to answer any kind of questions. And yell at me if I need to know something. Housekeeping. Submissions. Oh my gosh, you guys, you are doing so well on your submissions. I was so proud of you with how you were handling the new form and not making any mistakes. I really appreciate that. Fun University, this is not a teaching class. We don't show you step by step how we do anything on this show. I do a teaching class called Fun University on Tuesdays and Thursday nights on our youtube.com/Fun University channel. Did it for 2 years on a private site, and now we are public and ripping it up. It's really fun. We have a little bit of perhaps a little different approach. We usually use some sort of design element. We teach from that instead of a kit or a product. What else? I'm looking at my little list. Oh, I gotta tell you, okay, so you can play along with us. We call that submissions. You are contributors. We're going to explain that more here in a little bit, but we also have wonderful gifts to give away for those who contribute to the show and watch the show and contact me if their name is on the circle there. Anyway, we have a wonderful gift to give away next week, not this week. So you're going to want to submit. It's from Artsy Albums. She's giving away, let me make sure I said that right. Artsy Albums. She is giving away a wonderful 6x8 summer album. It is super cute. It's got lots and lots of pages and flips and flaps and all sorts of things are already cut out. You're going to want to submit tonight or this weekend so that you can be on the drawing for that. We will talk about that more soon in the show, and we will also be putting that on our group information. So thank you so much, Tracy Penrod, for doing that. I hope to get her on the show sometime this fall, but she's building a house right now. We can't expect much else. So, are we ready to get to the show? Uh-huh. I don't see anybody saying spin yet. That's good. So, team neutrals, what the heck? We have a delightful woman from Texas. Her name is Biddy Penny. She is a crafter, and she entered the world of crafting with social media to meet people. So let's meet her now. Biddy Penny from Texas with her hard
I'm
hat.
here. Hey, everybody.
I forgot to send you a craft roulette sticker, didn't I?
Maybe, but that's okay.
I think I did.
I will put it on
Just
here though.
remind me. Just
I
remind me, and
have
I'll send it to you.
I have one slice over here somewhere in honor of Craft Roulette. That's a rainbow.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, we have an honest to goodness logo, Craft Roulette logo that we can
I'll
send you,
take
so
it.
that'll be good. All
Yeah,
right. Welcome to Craft Roulette again. We waited a long time to get her on, and then we had her on just last month, and she's back because we were kind of
yay!
in a bind, and she said, "Oh, sure, I'll do it." I had fun. I'm coming back, so we thank you so
Absolutely.
much,
Jazz
and I'm
hands.
excited. Yeah, jazz hands. Um, so tell us in a nutshell about you are like a crafter's crafter. You do lots and lots of different art and crafts and have and do and probably always will. But you're
Have to.
right. Right now, one of your favorites is card making, I believe. Is this true?
Absolutely. Yeah. So I have been crafting really since that I can remember, since I was about 5. And my dad, I took to drawing really young. And my dad used to give me photographs or pictures and be like, okay, draw this. Okay, draw this. And then finally he's like, I think I'm going to put you in some art classes.
That's such a nice
So
gift.
at like 8, I started pottery and ceramics, and I did them until I was 17.
My, my,
And
my,
so
my, my.
all kinds of stuff. I used to paint to Bob Ross in the garage with my godfather. He had an easel for each of us, and on Sunday afternoons, I would go and paint Bob Ross pictures in the garage with
I love that.
him. So it's infused in my life. I don't know what to do if I don't have an outlet for my creativity. Yeah, it makes my blood
Get
pump.
it. I get it. I get it. When you are out in public or shopping or something and you see something, does it spark an idea for you? And do you think I could paint it or I could make it into a card?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We took my dog to the vet this week, and my son was like, "Oh, I really like that picture." And it was like a Dalmatian, but the Dalmatian was rainbow. So it had rainbow dots all over it. And I was like, "Oh, I love that."
I love that. I love that too.
So
Team
I took a
Rainbow.
picture of it, and I was like, "Okay, I'm going to put that in the bank."
I like that very much. Yes, I went out with some girlfriends this week and we went to a little town north of us. And I took my sketch pad with me because I like to sketch situations that come up and just write down words and things that just can take me right back to that minute when I'm smiling and laughing at my friends. Or I mean with my friends. And anyway, we I've had a lot of fun just looking at that already. We covered a lot of territory.
That's
So,
fun.
and they're like, "You're bringing your sketch pad?" I'm going, "Yeah, I'm bringing my sketch pad."
Absolutely.
I
Yeah.
came up with a new character too. He's a character from the 1840s. His name is I.R. Crafter, and he speaks wisdom about crafts. We saw some quilling, and
I
my
really
friend was
like
like,
paper quilling.
"Oh, oh." And my friend was going, "Oh, I like this so much." And I said, "I like it too. But you know what I.R. Crafter from the 1800s said? He said, don't quill, be happy." Because it's so tedious and so small. I can't do stuff like that. But yep, so I have I.R. Crafter now. And he will be in our future, I'm sure, telling us great, great wisdoms from the 1800 crafters.
I love
so,
it.
so right before the show, Bitty Penny was about to start telling me about her wedding. She's been married 14 years and people are still talking about it. So I want to learn a little
Oh,
bit about it before we see our submissions and tell you what Craft Roulette is and get started.
yeah. So it was just kind of wild. My husband and I got married at the headwaters in San Marcos of a natural like Springs River. And I loved the river. I was kind of like a river rat. Like I swam twice a day, once in the morning, once at night. So when we were getting married, we met in San Marcos. I really wanted to get married like at the so we just had a lot of interesting things take place. Like uh so we were at an event center at the river, but like evidently they were doing scuba lessons at the same time. And so like this whole scuba team came out of the water at the water's edge during our wedding and just kind of lined the edge of the water and watched our wedding take place, which for me was really delightful because one of the first date night movies we ever went to see was Life Aquatic by Wes Anderson, which is all about, underwater and scuba diving and stuff. So for me, I was like, oh, that's so special. And then like uh our pastor insisted on having wireless microphone instead of a wired microphone. So we ended up picking up Telemundo and there was a soccer game on and it was like, go like during the wedding, which again is perfect because my husband and I had just gotten back from Europe going to the World Cup and he's a huge soccer fan. So like all the interruptions, all the craziness actually made perfect sense for us, but it was just very, very different, very memorable.
Don't you love it? And you're outdoors, so you don't really know. You don't have any control
Anything
on
can
so many
happen,
things
right?
either. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. You
yeah.
can have wasp attack and all sorts of things. So that's pretty. So it sounds like you did that. Those are lovely coincidences. It
Yeah,
turns out
yeah,
that's neat,
yeah.
and it takes a person who appreciates coincidences like that to not not get grumpy about it. So hats off, hard hat
It
off to
started,
you.
thanks. I think it started with our engagement. So I proposed to my husband. We were in Italy and we were in Sorrento, and Sorrento is down in the Amalfi Coast, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. And we went to Pompeii and walked all over Pompeii, and I thought about doing it there. And then I just waited, and the next day I did it at sunset at the water's edge with our feet dangling over this cliff. In fact, a police officer came. We were sitting on the cliff facing the water, and we were there for a while journaling and just taking in the sunset and stuff. And he came and tapped us on the shoulder right when I was about to ask him. I was like, "Is this a sign? Am I not supposed to ask him?" And he got us off the ledge, and I decided to ask him anyways. So I asked him to marry me, and literally fireworks started going off and we didn't realize it, but the town had set up like this little party behind us, and people suddenly the music started playing after the fireworks, and people were dancing in the streets. He's like, "Did you organize all this?" I was like, "Oh yeah, yeah, I did." And then when
You
we got
are a
back to
Hallmark movie.
yeah, and when we got back to the campsite because we were camping, we opened these iron gates. And I kid you not, Here Comes the Bride started playing. Somebody was watching like an Italian soap opera, and that song started playing as we were coming through the gates. I was like, "Oh, this is so meant to be."
Those are fabulous memories. Oh my gosh, I can't even. Those are so orchestrated, but not by thee. But
Right.
those are cool.
Yeah.
How cool.
So there was a lot of
I'm,
symbolism at both times.
I'm glad we waited for the story. That was great. So, does anything happen on your anniversary, or is it just like, let's go get a
No.
Coke? No,
Yeah.
it's been
Yeah.
more quiet. Saved everything
Yeah.
just for that moment. That's
Yeah.
okay.
But just I'm still like wildly in love with my husband even 14 years later, so I love it. It's
That's
good.
neat.
It's all
That's
about
neat.
the marriage, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Now it's the work, but it's and just the daily. But
Yeah.
that's okay. That's
Mhm.
wonderful. Congratulations. Kiss your brain
Thanks.
under that hard hat. Those are wonderful stories. Thank you so much. Well, if you have a wonderful marriage story, we would love to hear it too. You can go ahead and tell us about it in the chat while I think we'll go ahead and break off and see what our little video about what craft roulette is and look at the outstanding submissions that we got from last week. Whoa, baby, you're in for some card treats tonight. And then we'll bring you back and we'll spin and get crafting. Okie doke.
All right.
Thank you, ma'am. Are your kids going to do the cheer tonight?
Not tonight. That
I
was a
say
one-time
Biddy.
surprise.
I say
You
Biddy.
say Penny.
Biddy. I learned my cheer. Biddy, penny, biddy,
Penny.
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 Hey! Well, I say fun,
Oh.
and I say, what is craft roulette? We'll be right back.
What is Craft Roulette? Craft Roulette is a live paper crafts challenge show where the goal is to complete a project that has been randomly selected by the spin of a wheel. There are 4 categories we spin for: project, colors, element, and random. Each category has 24 possible options with a combined possibility of 331,776 unique projects. Whoa. We're live every Friday at 6:30 p.m. Central on youtube.com/craftroulette. Please like and subscribe. Each week we bring on a special guest crafter to create along with us and share their unique take on the challenge. You can play too. Complete a unique project of your own using the same 4 parameters set in this episode. You'll have 48 hours to contribute by submitting pictures of your project through the submission form on craftroulette.live. Contributions are featured on marygunfund.com's weekly episode blog and the next episode. Let's recap last week's episode and submissions.
Well, that's what we do every Friday night right here on youtube.com/craft roulette. Please join our Facebook group too. We have a lot of fun over there all week long to hold us over until we can be back here again. Last week, we had some great parameters, and you guys took those parameters and made some remarkable projects. We had an easel card, green color. You had to use green plus 3 other colors. You had to use plaids or checks somehow or other in the card, and you had to use a marker. So this was the card I made. I had a little trouble during the show making my card. This is how it turned out first, and then the next day I worked a little more because if you will notice, Ella the elephant is floating over the canyon. So I had to put her in. I had to put some little land underneath her for one thing. And then we fixed it up so it made more sense, dialed it up, had to get a little more color. It worked out better the next day. So anyway, that was that. These are our contributors from last week's parameters, our last week's show. Look at you guys all over. And I've seen many of you back here tonight, so I look forward to your pins being here again next week. Thank you guys. Miss Carrie was here, and we had a little rough start with her audio, but we had a nice time anyway. She's such a nice gal. It's hard to not have a good time with Miss Carrie. So she made this cute card. She had never made an easel card. There were many of you that said that you had never made an easel card. So that was pretty fun to get that one on the wheel. And she made a great Father's Day card, and we hope that you guys were seeing that and got some inspiration. Let's see what you all brought to the table. Rachel Castle from Indiana. Oh, I can't talk because it takes too long. So let's just keep going through here. I'd love to talk about every one of them. We used to have a show where I did that, but it took too long, and so I'm not going to do that anymore. And here I go again. So Rachel Castle, Indiana. Pardon me? You can see them on Facebook. You can see them on Facebook, and oftentimes, like if your submission ends in a 5, if the first submission ends in a 5 or a 0, I put up an extra post, a special post for you, and we give you a little extra kudos there. So that's kind of a nice thing to get to do. But Rachel actually gave instructions on how to make this card on the group. Thank you, Rachel. You're so Lou Ann Johnson from Iowa. Not here tonight, so you have a chance to be the first submitter. Angela Steinhoff from Wisconsin. Heather Wong from New York. Look at those parameters and see how they fit them in. It's so interesting. Melanie Foy. I like their little notes too. Carol Sanquinetti. Melissa Faust from Minnesota. Go from blueberries to tigers just at a blink of an eye. Wendy Jarvis from Florida. Joanne McFarlane, or Farlane, I never have heard. Linda Bendick. Love it. Ava Ballon from Tennessee. She did a coloring book. Smart girl. I think she was on vacation, as I recall. She did this craft roulette to go little bag there. Jackie Rip, her 50th. I'm so proud of her. Tony T from Maryland. Isn't that pretty? Sharon Castor, her first one. She's sitting in her red chair right now watching us. She had been watching us for 6 months, I think she said. So glad you joined us, Sharon. I want to see more. Mary Neighbor. She's been with us a long time. Bonnie Knack. Denise O'Gwin. That fancy. Pretty. Lena Marie Lager from Missouri. Someday you'll have to count those, Marie. Josie Dostie. Her second submission. She brought the gnome. Diana Borsboom from Canada. I'm starting to know all the provinces from Canada. That's something. Craft roulette as educational. Teresa Parmenter. Third card. Laura Ellis from UK. 10. Yay! Wins in a 0. Brenda Gentry from Utah. Number 22. I love that one on the group. Stacey Burns from New York. I love that one too. I love them all. Kathy Nelson from South Carolina. Vicky Ruda from the UK. Look at the P with the mustache. Mary Moisen from Illinois. Her second. So pretty. Annie Marks from Tennessee, who sits with Patty Beck and watches the show. Karen C. from Maryland. Those are pretty. Dawn Quadling from England. She brought a gnome too. I know, Ashley, aren't they beautiful? Deanna Delasante from Washington. I thought this one turned out so cute. I really thought this would be a cute card for Christmas. Patty Beck. Give it up, give it up. She hit 59. She has never stopped. What a girl. I mailed your package today too, Patty. Thank you very much. Her card is really cute too, but I can't talk. Lynn from Wisconsin, her 9th. Very pretty. Jackie Muller from South Australia. 34 she's been putting in cards. That's so cool. Sherilyn Probst from Texas. We got another Texas girl. Yes, orange. Anne Shackles from Australia. Love it. Her 3rd. Oh, I got you in there twice, Lynn. I like you so much. Oops. Pauline Mays from Oregon. Ice cream. I can't look. I can't look. It's still there. Sherry Pemberton from Missouri. You like the wheel this week. I do too. Arlene DeTizio. I just noticed that you sent in added a whole bunch of these. You're so cute, Arlene. She wrote the nicest letter to me too. I appreciate her so much. Kim Blackburn from New Mexico. Amy Owen from Washington. Cute. Gina Smith, her first from New York. Welcome to Craft Roulette, Gina. Ellen Card Monkey Jarvis, moderator extraordinaire, and not too shabby on a card either. Well done. Anna Miller from Canada. Catherine Taylor from Washington, her 4th. Very pretty, soft. Erin Howard from Washington, her 2nd. So cute. Hey from Wisconsin. I think you're here tonight. I think I saw you going through there. We all got a little hungry with this one. Yum, yum. Anna York from Oregon. I like that jug, or the jar sticking up like that. It's cool. Catherine. Is this the same one? I missed that one too. Got a couple doubles. We have a couple little things going on in the programming, but we're good. We can't get enough of these cards. Shelly Gentry from Washington, USA. This was hilarious, Shelly. You nut. Ashley Young, a guest crafter who's here in our chat tonight. One of her beautiful cards. She is like the color scene person extraordinaire. Very well done, Ashley. Thank you for joining us. Ryan from Mississippi, his 5th. He got Christmassy. Very fun. He colored that background. Kathy Herring from Wisconsin, her 29th. Silly girl. Rose Duberstein from Arizona did a fancy easel card. Yes, ma'am. Very cool. Kim Blackburn. I did that one. I thought I got all those extra ones. Oh my goodness. Susan Smurf Murphy. Look at that happy picnic scene with a zebra kicking it up. Nicely done. Heidi Ryan from Washington. Very delicate and pretty. Larissa Woolley. Oh, that was popular in the group. Ooh, we all loved that one, didn't we? Thank you, Larissa, for inspiring us. 5K Lemon. So beautiful. 31. You've been trooping right with us too. Christina Bromy from Sweden, who is here in the middle of her night. Once again, so cute. Vicki Tillett from North Carolina. She had some questions about that. I think you did great on that, though, Vicki. I liked it. Ellen Killow from Canny, Kansas. Yes. And she used a coloring book, too. Very smart. Love it. Elaine Anderson, her 8th submission from Utah. Cute little piggy. Miss you pig time. Karen Goddard from Australia. Karen sits in the back row at Fun University and causes trouble. But we love her. I'm seeing you. Bonnie Swakowitz with her beautiful style. She sends in lots and lots, 20 cards, and they're always just gorgeous. Thank you, Bonnie. Allison Cope, one of our guest crafters, she will be here on July 2nd, along with Sandy Boone and Candace Richardson. It's going to be a good show. It'll be good. Thank you, Allison. Rachel Fancy from British Columbia, Canada. Her 2nd. Wasn't that pretty? Terry Wygand, I'm guessing her 1st submission. Thank you so much, Terry, from Florida. We all thought that was so pretty. Looked like something from a May basket. Love it. And that's it. They were good, weren't they? Ooh, baby, do we ever have some talented folks out there. But you know what? What I believe is that you're all pretty darn creative, and you're going to take a set of parameters and whip it up into something that is distinctly yours. So I am looking forward to seeing what we do get tonight. So let's bring back Biddy Penny from Texas. Yes, ma'am. All right. What'd you think? Did you see some pretty cards?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I think those are some of my favorite submissions in a while, just because I feel like everyone took it to like the next level with that easel design. And then there were so many different representations for an easel card. And I liked all the themes. It was just very, very good.
Yeah, there was I liked the weeks that we don't have too many limitations, where the parameters are like, go for it, have some fun with it. Open. We're just giving you a little bit of a guideline here, but you're gonna get to do what you want to with it. I love that. Oh, I'm seeing some spins in the chat.
I'm ready.
He's ready. Well, I do have some vetoes to give us. So let's look at our parameters. Oh, we got Ready Freddy down here in the corner. So every week we give our patrons a chance to veto a few things off the parameter list. And this week they vetoed yellow +2. It's number 23.
That's okay. I got that last time.
Yes, yeah, you did. They vetoed the picnic element on number 20. No picnics from the wheel. And they don't want us fussy cutting this week. That's number 17.
Oh, thank you guys.
You got that last week. Yeah, our last time you got fussy cutting.
I did.
So we should have no picnics. Now that doesn't mean you can't do those things. It's just that
right.
it
I
means
kind of
that
forgot
the
that
wheel
last
can't.
time a little bit. Yeah.
It's okay. It just means that the wheel can't dictate it. We don't have to have it on our cards. But look at all those other things that we still can have.
I know.
Lots and lots. Okay, what are you hoping for then tonight?
I just am kind of hoping for, honestly, kind of like what they got last week, where it could be any kind of theme.
Mhm.
I have some new stamp sets that I'd like to use. I'd like to work into the mix if I could. So
Yes.
we'll see.
Okay, all right. She does not have a veto.
Nope.
I had asked earlier, but I forgot. Yeah. And she did that last time too. No veto for Biddy Penny. She's game.
I am.
All right. All right, let's do it. First we are going to warm up the wheel. So this one is just to get it off the one. And then we will do project, colors, element, and random. Okay. For our project, here we go. Think hard, you guys. What do you want? Will it? Number 6, card with pattern paper.
Oh, perfect.
You went crazy with pattern paper last time.
I love
You made
pattern
these
paper.
Incredible. So pattern paper. Now, if you don't have any pre-made pattern paper, we'll talk about that. Let's see what colors that pattern paper's got to have, or the card has to have. 9. Any 4 colors? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is going to be wide open. I like it. Element. No, don't hem us in now.
Don't box us in now.
That's right. Don't botch it, wheel. Cinco. A smile or smiles? I'm thinking lawn fun right off the bat.
Right.
Everything has smiles on theirs. And what random crazy element can we get now? Brenda Gentry is loving the paper.
Me too. A grid.
11. Tone on tone. That just means you have to have like ink that is the same color as paper kind of thing. You have to, and that can be in your pattern paper too. Like if you have a gray pattern on gray paper, that will work on tone on tone. Well, okay. Let's talk about
It is wide
this.
open.
That's really wide open. Is this going to work for your new stamp sets?
Absolutely. I'll make it work.
Any
That's what the heart
colors.
has for.
Boom, boom. Card with pattern paper. Pardon me? Correct. Mr. Producer reminds us that the paper does not have to be 4 colors. You just need to have 4 colors on your card. So card with a pattern paper, so you can use the tone on tone there or not. You can have a pattern paper with 4 colors. It's fine. You can just really mix these up. Oh, we can, wahoo from Sharon. I like it. And Melanie's already getting to work. This is good. And Marie, we will see you later when you get back. Cool. Okay, I don't know. You can do any card size, any kind of card.
I love it. I am so
Any
excited.
4 colors. Are you going to go with pattern paper to decide your 4 colors?
Well, I mean, yes, probably. I don't know.
Okay.
There's so many options, but I have a couple of kits. So usually when I get a kit, I don't like to like work with it only one time. I like to revisit it. So I'm thinking
Hmm.
about revisiting a kit, and seeing what I have there, or I might bring in something completely new. So yeah, like I
Okay.
feel like with a patterned paper, like Steven said, I mean, I could pick something extremely neutral. I could even pick like, a gray paper that's tone on tone, and then do all the color in a color. So
Yeah. I'm
it's
thinking Ashley
fun when
Young
it's
is
wide
one happy
open.
scrapper or crafter right now. This is like when Ashley Young was on, she had wonderful spins, and this was probably just as good for her as that. So I think we've got some pretty happy crafters. Rachel is happy. Yes, yes, I can show you tone on tone. I don't see anything on my desk my mask right now. Tone on tone. Let me see if I can find. Well, there's some tone on tone papery stuff. And then I'll just get a little scrap here. Okay, so this would be what I would call tone on tone paper, where you have the same colors but in a lighter and a darker. Does that help? And then also, if you were going to do some stamping for tone on tone, and I'm glad you asked. Oh, here, let's just do this tree because it's right here. So, what color is that? So my ink is the same color as the paper, essentially. Essentially, not perfectly, but essentially. And there I just stamped the same tone on the same tone. So, Rose, a smile or smiles are throwing me. Well, what makes you, it could be what makes you smile. It could be a smile on a cloud. You could have a little happy critter. Um, it's so wide. It's a little bit different. But the wheel
Do the
is
sentiment smile.
the smile could be in the sentiment. That's perfect. I do have a
Hmm.
smile die. That might be perfect. Can I use 5 colors? No. But remember, you can always use neutrals and metallics. Neutrals are black, gray, white, brown, cream, craft, and then metallics or holograph, because there's a lot of that too. So, does that help? I don't want to make anybody crazy. I think it's just pretty much whatever you're probably going to be able to make a card and then go back to the parameters and go, did I do it? Because it's that wide. So I
Hmm.
think we'll be okay. All right. Okay. All right. Then if you're ready, Miss Bitty Petty,
I'm
we
right.
will let you go ahead and go to your stash and see what you come up with. And if you switch your camera when we take you off the screen, we will see your hands when you get back.
Perfect.
Okay. All right. Okay. And in the meantime, I'm going to start with a question for you guys, and we'll ask Bitty Penny when she comes back. The question is from one of our patrons right here in Missouri, Sherry Pemberton, and she says, do you sit or stand during your craft time? Are you team sit or are you team stand? My great grandmother said, never do anything standing that you can do sitting. And I'm short and I have a stool right here, so I barely change, but I do both. So I'm team both. So in the chat, you can say I'm team sit, I'm team stand, or I'm team both. And I think that'll be kind of interesting. I think one time we asked if we were tall or short. I wonder if there's a correlation with that. So we got Judy sits. We got sitters. Oh, we got lots of sitters right off the top. Very, very good. Team sit in the red chair, yes. I'm team both. There we got a couple stands. All right. And while you are telling us about that, I want to go ahead and go down to my hands, please. I am. Oh, by golly, that's a big picture of my hands. I want to share some of our mail that we've got, but this was a gift that I got from a friend of mine. I thought maybe you guys might get an idea from that one. Happy 4th. She used some beautiful dies. Look at that. How pretty. I don't think it was 4th of July dies, but she made it work. I think she said she got these at Sam's. So there's that one. Got a really nice card from Patty Beck. A happy anniversary. Because we had our 42nd the other day, which is really hard to believe since I'm only 45. Thank you, Patty Beck. That was real sweet. And Doug enjoyed it too. Then we got this, look at this little doggy. And it kind of sticks. It's cool. It kind of tucks under there. From Brenda in Utah. I think this was a submission, as I recall. A gatefold. Isn't that clever? How it kind of tucks underneath that little medallion. Very nice. And that I like how that paper's on in the background there, Brenda girl. Look at that doggy. He's smiling. He could be on this week, except not enough colors. And then we got a beautiful card from Lisa Stanley, along with a whole bunch of nice stamp sets to give away during our giveaway. Isn't that cute? I think those little kitties are so cute. I am going to give this away tonight. This is from Lisa Stanley. It is a beautiful stamp set from Mama Elephant, and it has a die too. So you're going to want to stick around. If you send in a submission, you are going to want to stick around so that you learn if you win this. So, yes, indeed. And then on, what was that school that I teach at? Oh, yes, Fun University. I'll read my shirt. We did some kind of fun things this week. Tuesday, we did study hall, and I just did this part. Actually, I did more than that. Then I finished them off. I didn't end up loving these, so I changed those up. But I made those on study hall, and I got real into the vintage thing, and so I continued. We've been doing, and then on Cards Plus, we have been studying how line is involved in design, and especially in cards. And so we made this pretty. I described how to use diagonal lines in random stamping. Yes, baby. And then we had a couple quilt things. And you guys haven't seen this, but we made this paper last night. And then I made it into 3 cards. So join us on Tuesdays or Thursdays and see what you come up with. See if you learn a little something or get a little inspired. All right. I got to figure out, if you want to send us a card, this is our address, and you are welcome to send us something. I share it here on the show, and then put it on my display board, and then move it down to the nursing home down the street when we're all done. Said and done. So, anyway, thank you guys so much for being a part of this. Oh, now, I got to think. Card with pattern paper. You know, I kind of like orange, and I may end up just using that because I already found it. So I think I might use that. Any 4 colors. So with this one, I think I might. Yes, Biddy Penny's ready. So I think I'm going to use a moment to think. And we will bring Biddy Penny in, and she can tell us about what she's going to do. Oh, look at that. She's got some ideas going on. Is that a new stamp set?
No, I think it's about a year old. I know.
Oh.
You know what? My new stamp set might be too new to use. So I'm going to keep that under wraps. But
Okay.
I did
All
bring
right.
in this one, and it's like the last time I was on. I actually kind of already have some of it ready to go.
Oh,
I love it when
she's
I
gonna
do that.
beat me. Yep, it is.
So,
It's pretty nice.
and then I thought that this spring flings would be fun. I had it out on my mess, and so I think I'll be able to
That's
work with
cute.
these. Yeah.
That's all very cute.
So, I mean, the parameters are just so awesome and just so wide open.
We like that. It lets us show our
Yes,
creativity, doesn't it?
absolutely.
As it does. I like it too. And what are your, so you're going to pick your colors out of your paper pack?
Uh, yeah, I think so. I actually picked this paper pack because I thought since it has um, some that are just like one color on white, that I could go in and ink blend like a light green or whatever the color is, a light pink, and do my tone on tone that way with my pattern paper. And then if I pick something like that, then I get to use 3 different colors. But with these animals, because I'm going to color them kind of traditional, then I'm going to have to think about where I bring in my other 3 colors.
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes less colors are easier. But
Right?
I don't think I'm gonna complain, you know? I think that would just
No,
be wrong.
I am very happy.
So, yeah, I think we're gonna, oh, those are so cute.
Adorable.
They
Yeah.
are adorable.
I want to use so many that I think I'm just going to do a slim line here. Will fit.
Yep, because we're wide open on that. We don't have any parameters as far as have to be this or that. So you are in good shape with that too. Ooh, I think we're
Might
gonna
change
have
my paper.
a very pleasant night. I'm hoping.
Absolutely.
Open. Thinking.
Craft roulette
So
is
I
always fun.
well, thank you. Thank you. I keep coming back for more. So, and I am glad for those who come back with us because, like we said earlier, it wouldn't be any fun by ourselves. I'm trying to think. Do I want to bring in a different kind of color? I think. I'm going floral because I haven't done any florals lately, and because I found it, and I'm going to use the Smile die cut. And my colors, I think, will be this orange, the lagoonish color, some dark blue, and some yellow green. That'll be fine. There's not going to be any kind of pop of color, but we'll use that for the orange. We'll bring that in a little bit too. Okay, I'm good. I'm going to go for it. Oh, Gina Lady 173, Mary, that is your girl
Oh,
that sent you those
cool.
incredible things is here tonight.
Yes.
Welcome.
Hi, Mary.
If you have not seen, oh my gosh, I watched it today. It was phenomenal. Biddy Penny had a video today of a gift box that she got from Jadeite Lady 173 Mary, and she sent her like a store full of goodies.
Absolutely.
It was just really amazing, and you'll have to see that. And she talks about her dad, and it's a really,
Mhm.
really nice video. So
Oh,
I would
thanks.
encourage everybody to watch that show. And it was almost sad. It was so sweet talking about your daddy.
Oh, yeah. I'm just, even though he's passed, I'm still a daddy's girl. Always
Yep.
will be. Just can't
Yeah.
change that.
Nope.
Yeah.
Don't even
Um,
want to try.
no, not interested. So, yeah, I got that album that Mary made because it was just perfect. I couldn't have designed a more perfect album to memorialize
Mm-hmm.
my father and my mother. I'm going to give it to her for her birthday this year. I'm going to fill it with pictures, uh, and
She'll love it.
memorialize my father, but also just them and the things that they
Mm-hmm.
like to do, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, it was perfect for
it
as
absolutely
you
was.
explained it. It really was perfect. So I think you're now. I would suggest one thing. Oops, that's upside down. I would suggest one thing, and that is make sure you give your mom some tissues at the same time
Right.
because she is gonna bawl her eyes out. And that's when you know you got a good scrapbook, anyways, when they bawl their eyes out.
You know what's funny? I don't know if I've ever seen my mom cry.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
I
have
don't know if I
first.
have.
have a
Maybe.
first.
Yeah.
Because we were all crying in the group or just in the chat. It wasn't live or anything, and we're all
Uh, yeah. Now
yeah.
I'm the opposite. You know, I can cry easily. I'm, uh, it just, even if I don't want to, which is usually the case, I don't want
Isn't
to, but
that
it just
irritating?
comes anyways.
Yeah, I do know.
Oh
It comes.
gosh.
Oh my gosh! Have you ever watched Call the Midwives?
Yes.
Last night, right before class, I thought, oh, okay, there's a second part of Call the Midwives, and it was really kind of a sad first part. And I thought, okay, it's got to get better. I won't tell you which one it was. It's going to get better, and I got to watch it. It did not get better. It got worse. I
Yeah.
was sitting there crying right before class, going,
Oh my goodness.
can I call class? I don't know if I can do this. This is just more than I want to deal with right this second. It was so sad. And my
Oh.
my chin was acting very independently of my thoughts, and it was just wiggling like crazy. It was so sad.
So I had
Oh,
both of my children with midwives. I had natural
cool.
childbirth with them and had them with midwives. And that show came out in between my two children. So when I was pregnant with my daughter, and I had to stop watching it because I was like, this is hitting a little too close to home right now.
Ooh, I smudged. Yep. Yeah, I bet so. I can see that happening because it is it's a wonderful show. Everybody should watch it and cry. It's just
If you want to cry, if you need to get it out.
that's right. That's the show for you. It is. Oh my gosh, I don't know what they were thinking. I'll tell you after the show what it was. I don't want to. But have you watched them all? I've not. I don't even tell you what season
No,
I'm on because I don't. Okay.
I don't, I didn't really pick it back up
Well, you had
too much
babies.
after that, but I did really like it.
Yeah. You were busy with the real thing.
Yeah,
And it's not one that you can really craft to. I don't
right.
think. It
I
takes
I really like to
attention.
craft the audible. I like to listen to books. I'm usually listening to a book um, when I'm recording a video.
Oh, okay.
That way, I
That's
don't have
nice.
anything pulling me away. And sometimes I get
That's how
inspiration.
it stamps. Mm-hmm. So, what kind of books do you listen to?
Oh, I love autobiographies. Um, I absolutely love like really wild and crazy ones that like I couldn't live that life, but I like hearing when other people do.
Uh-huh.
So, uh, like some of my favorites. I love Q about Quincy Jones. One about Ray Charles. Some are like
Hmm.
celebrities like that, but then my dad was very much a historian, so I grew up appreciating history and stuff too. So uh, I like a good historical book
Yeah.
as well. Um, I've always been, ever since I was young, I like uh, reading like I'm the kind of person that would like to sit down and read and learn versus
Mm-hmm.
read for entertainment a lot of times. And so uh, I'm trying to dive into fiction, but I don't even know really where to start. So I've been trying,
Historic fiction. It's
yeah,
wonderful.
that's a good
Oh yeah.
idea.
Yeah,
Um,
good historic fiction. If you I've got multiple. I've got a long list. It's one of my favorites.
oh,
Just like
cool.
period pieces. Period.
Yes,
And then
yes.
it's just fiction. But thus historic fiction. Duh. But at the same time, it's very interesting. And
Yeah,
you
like I love all the Jane Eyre stuff and um,
Mhm.
oh, Portrait of Dorian Gray or A Picture of Dorian Gray, whichever one that's called. And I love all that stuff. I love the classics. Can't help
Yeah.
myself. And Yeah,
Sounds
but
good.
yeah, I've been trying to find modern things too. One thing that I really like about Audible is their series. They have some short stories that are about an hour long,
Okay.
and those are nice too because I can get the
Yeah,
whole
that
story
I have to get
quickly.
us involved. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the whole book does take, you can get real invested
Oh yeah,
in a book,
absolutely.
and so that you, at least I can, and and forget kind of that you're not in that scene. It's not part of your real life. It's like, oh well, but I
You
know
know,
these
I grew
people.
up
They're
with
my
like
friends.
Judy reading Judy Blume, and I loved Anna Green Gables and all of those books, and I still do. I still love Anne. Um,
I can't. I don't even know how many times I've read that one. It's been
exactly,
that.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's one of those. She's Anne is. I'm pretty sure. I I'm pretty sure I've been Anne in more situations in life, and had my Dianas. It's kind of like,
Oh, I
you know what I mean?
know.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, absolutely. I'm
Just
blessed with some
wonderful.
Diana. But
So do you? And I don't. I do identify with Anne more than Diana, but but all Annes need a Diana because
right,
yeah, they need that
I'm very
sobering.
cerebral and heady. So in that way, I totally identify with Anne.
Yep.
And I've been known to be mischievous. So yeah,
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
I've always. Could you tell? Is it that obvious?
Wait. You asked your husband to marry him, or you asked your husband to marry you, and you
Yeah,
did it in Italy, and
I know.
yeah, I think I can see that you don't stand with tradition necessarily.
No, not at all.
You're out there.
It's so
Yeah.
funny because I never even thought about him saying no. And when we got back, he said yes, by the way. So I think that's
Oh,
obvious.
good.
But
Yeah, that's good.
I never even thought like, oh, he could say no. And when we got
No.
back, one of my friends asked me, what would you have done if he would have said no? I was like, oh my gosh, I never even conceived that that was a possibility. I'm so glad I didn't. I might have chickened out.
Indeed.
Uh,
That would not have been good. I know. We got married outside, and it didn't even occur to me that it could rain. It was like, well, I guess it
that's
could
not
have,
part of the
but
dream.
that wasn't what I was planning. So no, no, not going to
Exactly.
happen. The kid
Oh,
behind us was about to mow the yard, but other than that, everything was fine. How's your little
oh,
drawing going there? Is it going
I
pretty
think it's
well?
going okay. You know, Copics is my weak point actually. I do much better with like watercolor than I do
Oh, is it?
Copics, but
Yeah, yeah,
whatever. I'm just going for it. You
yeah.
can only get better if you practice, right?
That's right.
That's what I always tell my
That's
kids.
the
So
theory. That is the theory. I suppose you could get worse, but it's going to take a little effort.
it depends on the day.
Yes, no
Some days are
kidding.
better than others.
Some days are better than others. And it looks like you're having a pretty good day, I think.
Yeah, got one done.
That's pretty
So what
good.
color is Kerwin again?
Kerwin is black with a little teeny tiny. Kerwin is my cat. He's a year old, and I think he's got a UTI, which is really weird
Oh,
because I always thought of that as girl cat things. And so I was right before the show. I was on the phone to vets trying to find somebody to see him tomorrow.
I
But
hope they fit him in.
I don't think it's looking real good, but we'll figure it out. And
Ah,
um, what else? But he's a year old. He kills everything. He's just relentless murderer. And he got a bird today, and Steven said he had two mice out in the yard too.
oh
So
my goodness.
I
Well,
know
he's keeping up. That's good.
he's earning his keep and then
That's
some.
right. He's a hard worker. Got a good
He
work
is.
ethic.
He does.
You don't find that
He
every day.
does. No. He's from the streets. I think he understands.
My dog, on the other hand, she's just like, oh, bunnies, fun. And just like will sit and observe and like, yeah, I like the way they bounce. I think I'll try to bounce like that. And she tries to mimic the way they hop.
Oh, is that
And
right?
oh yeah, she's so funny. So her name's Phasma, and she's a
What is it?
Bouvier. Phasma, like Captain Phasma from Star Wars. We adopted her
Oh,
that name.
okay. All
But that
right.
was one
All
of the
right.
signs. Oh, back to my signs. But that was one of the signs she belonged to our family because she was named Phasma. We're a big Star Wars fan. We knew she was supposed to be ours. But
Oh, yeah.
she's so klutzy and funny. Like she classically is always looking behind her or beside her, and she keeps walking and walks into walls and people and all kinds of
Oh,
things. It's so
gosh.
perfect and funny.
Have you had her eyes checked?
Oh yeah, she's fine. You could tell she's a rubbernecker. She just keeps her head turned towards the uh, opposite direction and then just bumps her shoulder and whole body into something.
No. And how big is she?
She's big. She's about 75 pounds. Um,
Oh, wow.
but she's really tall. She and now I'm short, so that's all relative, I guess. But she comes up to my waist. I'm 5'2", so she's very
Oh,
tall,
my
like a great.
gosh.
Yeah, but extremely fluffy. So she's got
Oh,
hair for days. Very difficult to manage.
how does
Uh,
that work in Texas? Does she overheat
yeah, I'm just
easily?
constantly wanting to get her shaved. So she's
Uh-huh.
so funny. So she's either big and fluffy, or she looks like a greyhound. When you shave
And
her down,
how
the
long
first
have you
time
had
we got
this?
her back, we had her just. It was it was magical. We got her on
Of
March
course.
13th.
I'm starting to see a theme here.
Right? We got her on March 13th of last year, and by the 16th, we were sick with what we suspected was probably COVID.
Huh?
And so she was our quarantine dog, and we didn't even know quarantine was coming, of course, you know? And she was such a bright light and a gift to our family during that time, and she has been ever since.
Oh,
But
that's a happy story.
yeah,
I think there's quite a few dogs that are quarantine dogs that people got.
yeah, I don't know if there's
Is
going to
it?
be a baby boom, but there does seem to be like a fur baby boom
Yes, yes.
because many of our friends have gotten fur babies too.
And that's a good thing because
Absolutely.
they need to be gotten. They do, they do. I have
I'm
another
a
question from a patron,
awesome.
and that is, and I think your answer could be pretty interesting. What kind of music? This is from Susan Smurf Murphy. What kind of music do you listen to? We know you listen to Audible. Um,
Absolutely.
but what about music when you're crafting? She also says TV, audiobook, or craft. Do you craft in silence? Now, I will say I never craft in silence because I'm always talking to myself because I do YouTube. And
Right?
so there's no quiet in this room when I'm crafting
I
because I'm
don't really
always
know what,
talking through something.
yeah,
So
I don't know what silence is anymore. Uh,
no.
but I have recently found, now why am I going to space on it right now when I ask Alexa to play it like Jazz Now. So there's a station on Amazon Music called Jazz Now, and I'm
Okay.
really enjoying it. Um, but I I really kind of like all music except for I don't like country music.
Hmm.
Um, it's just a little too depressing for me. Uh, I mentioned I cried too easy, so you
Yes.
know
Yeah.
I uh,
Yeah.
I don't like the place it puts me. So I've just it's funny. I grew up in Texas, and I've never
Right.
had a kindredness towards it.
No Texas two step for you.
No, ma'am.
Mm-mm.
But that goes with me going against the grain, I guess, too.
Oh, probably so. I think there's probably a little bit of rebellion in that answer, but that's okay. It's a
Yeah,
harmless
yeah,
rebellion.
right. Like I
Mhm.
appreciate it as an art form. I most certainly do. It just doesn't tickle my heartstrings
Yeah,
the way other
that's all
music
right.
does.
That's
I
okay.
love reggae music a
Man, I
whole
haven't listened to
bunch.
reggae in a long time.
Um, yeah, and jazz and all kinds.
Well, those. Yeah, I do too. There is a station that Mr. Producer told me about, and I don't listen to it very often. It's called World Radio. Holy
Oh, okay.
smokes! I think you might really enjoy it. It's a website. I'm sorry, and it's a website from. You can just Yes, it's a globe, and you can just click on a location, and you can hear a radio station from that area.
Oh,
That actual
wow.
Yeah, I we've listened. Oh my gosh, the upper northern parts of Scotland, and clear over on the um to radio.garden is the name of the website,
Okay,
and
I'm gonna
it
check that
is
out with my
phenomenal.
kids.
It is phenomenal, and you get the chit chat too. So it's not just music. You'll hear some things that will be familiar, but you will also hear things that you didn't even know existed, and but you'll get the local feel too, which is kind of a cool thing.
Oh,
Radio
I'll definitely check
Garden,
that out.
yeah, it's neat. It's neat, and I forget about it routinely. And but right now, and I get my own little, oh, it's easy to just turn on Pandora, but I would suggest it. It's pretty groovy. And I should probably ask some of our viewers what radio stations they have in their neighborhood, because then I could listen to them and see what kind of stuff's going on in their world. Well, but I mean, like in Australia and Ecuador and all of those folks. We've got some classic rock people.
Yes.
There's Brian. Hey, Brian, how you doing tonight? You've submitted your card, Rachel. Holy smokes, girl! Christina, you have some kind of connection to music. I can tell by your Facebook. You like jazz, funk, country. Oh, you just found country. Oh, how fun. Um, Ellen is asking what kind of markers you're using.
Oh, I've
Itty
got it
bitty.
all on here. I've got Spectrum Noir.
Yes,
Um, I've got Arteza, and I've got Copics.
you do
So
have it all.
yeah, a couple of months ago. So I used to have the full collection of Spectrum, and I really had for years. I have struggled because it just didn't make sense to me. The system didn't make sense to me. And then I finally decided I was going to start all over.
Oh my.
And now I kept, obviously, I just built off of them, but I chose my Copic markers around them and narrowed it down to a very select
Whoa, I'm
few
sorry.
now
Uh huh.
because I was kind of just overwhelmed before, and none of them just really worked with each other, I didn't think. So uh, I'm much happier now. I was I was very strategic when I put this together. Uh,
Well, that's smart. Yeah, that's a good thing, especially with those kind of costly kind of. Ooh,
yes.
you can get a lot of money involved in those
Well,
prod projects or products there.
Helen Crafty Mama Diaries inspired me because she did a
Oh, good.
similar thing. She built her collection around Yana Smakula's
Uh huh.
color palette,
Uh huh.
and I borrowed a couple from Yana and just I um, found the color chart that was filled out, and I just kind of picked ones that I thought went with like paper collections that I use and stuff like that. And um, that's kind of Very selective.
I like it. I
Yeah.
like it. That was very smart because there's a lot of different variety, or there's a lot of different colors.
Hmm.
There's no way. There's no way it's all coming into this house. But then again, I see another one and I go, "Oh, that's a really pretty color." And oh, that'd be nice to have.
Right.
I can't do them all. Can't do them all. I don't color that much.
I don't
Used to
either.
it. Mm-mm. So
It's a very different approach for me.
yeah, trying to see if I want. Okay, so I've got this. Maybe I put it over the whole thing. That, and then I have this. Maybe I just do it in white then. Yeah, I can't see it. That didn't work. Well, back to the drawing board for this old girl. I'm gonna do
I like
another
what you
one.
have going on, Mary.
Well, I think it's pretty classic. Nothing earth shaking, but it doesn't have to be.
No, it doesn't. I
And
almost
just
picked floral
just be
myself.
a good solid card, I
Hmm.
there's always room for that at the table.
Absolutely.
So I don't know. I don't know. It's got a lot of white space, but we'll figure it out. I'm thinking just some smiles here. Just build up some smiles. I sometimes think just writing smile is kind of bossy. It's like smile, smile right now, like you're getting your picture taken.
I don't want to.
I don't want to feel. I'm hungry. I'm tired. I don't want to smile. So
Yeah.
I don't. But maybe I can find a stamp that will say "You make me" or something, or I can write it.
Yeah.
Thinking of you makes me smile, but not just a demand. Smile. I think I'm gonna have to get out some black spectrum. Or no. Nuvo drops. But
So I
those
have a
suckers don't
question for
dry.
everyone.
So, okie doke.
I have been on the search for a great hybrid ink, black hybrid ink. Um, I recently tried Pink Fresh. I was not pleased with
Uh-oh.
it. I've tried MFT, just not my favorite. And so those are the two I've tried. Oh, I've also tried a Ranger hybrid as well. I'm wondering if anyone has any others. Is this
You mean
close to
like
my
something
heart? Something I can
something that
use
can be
for
a solvent?
or watercolor or alcohol markers. So like I
Okay.
don't always know when I'm designing my cards what I'm going to color with, right? So like
Right.
I need something that can be as flexible as I am in my
I like
whims.
that. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I get it.
And
I do.
so I need something that can just go with my flow and keep up, because
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to have to think about, well, I'm going to color this with alcohol markers, so I'm going to use this ink. Like, I just
Kind of like
think that's
an
a tall
all-purpose,
order.
any purpose.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I get it. I myself have trouble with this. I'm just like, I don't get it. I don't get all this stuff with black ink. I don't do well with it. I've had Ranger too, and it wasn't what I had thought it might be. And then
Yeah. It's like, it's not terrible. None of them are terrible,
no,
right?
no.
It's just like when you use something like Versamark and you get such clean results, every
Hmm.
time a pigment ink, but obviously you just can't use that for everything. It's kind of hard to then get really. I just find with the hybrids, I'm getting more inconsistent. Like, let me show it. So, like, I did a little bit of a warm
Interesting.
up today. I just stamped out this bunny and colored
Uh-huh.
her up. But, like, I just, this is just very inconsistent, the lines. And it's like every time I stamp it, I get something different.
Yeah,
I finally
yeah,
got a good one, which is the one I colored up, but I just kind of want something that just stamps well, right?
yeah. And I'm seeing, yep, I've heard really good things about Gina K amalgam, and I see that in the chat.
Yes.
I've heard really good things about that. Here's Sherry says Hero Arts Intense Black. She likes that.
Okay. You know what? I
Ashley, you
love the
use a
Gina
lot of
K.
Copics. What do you like? She's usually Gina K. Okay. I've heard really good things. That's what Ardith uses too, I think.
Yeah,
Is
I
Gina
actually
K.
have Gina K, and it is my favorite out of all of them so far. My problem with Gina
Okay.
K is I can't find a re-inker. I probably just need to go on her shop
Yeah. Yeah.
and get it directly from her. I don't know if I've tried that yet.
I think Laurel Beard has a video on black ink too. I think I saw that.
Oh,
And
okay. I
she
really
talks
like
about
her.
that. Uh-huh. And she talks about that and she that very thing and she said some people don't and she's got like a list and a chart.
Oh, cool.
Um
Yeah.
and she talks about that some people will not buy this because it doesn't have a re-inker or
Hmm.
that, and I'm with her. I don't want something that I can't re-ink.
Yeah, because
Not
it needs to be done.
interested. Exactly.
It's a
I don't
necessary
yeah,
part of the process.
it is. And I don't have an answer, but I have always thought Gina K is the one that I wanted to go to. Close to My Heart has an intense black that works well, and I
Okay.
have it. It needs to be re-inked,
Does it
and
work
now they
well for watercolor and alcohol, or is it just one or
it's
the
a
other?
solvent, and I don't know because I don't pay attention. I usually just go,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, another one that didn't work. Now, which one did I use? I don't, I'm not that attentive. And that's why I don't do product kind of videos because I couldn't ever tell you what I, it's like, and I'll have everything listed that I used below, and I'm like, oh, might as well
Right.
just take all the fun out of creating for me right there. Um, so I don't have that answer, but I also have heard Versamark Claire is excellent for a really crisp, good, good black
It
stamp.
is. Yeah. Yeah.
And I think I've heard that, and it's all those are on my list to try, but at the same time, it's kind of like, well, there's something pretty. I think I'll try that one instead. And
Yeah.
then I
It's
kind
just
of
one
go
of those
back.
staple things, right? So, like, I have the
Mm-hmm.
Versa Fine Claire. I thought it was actually a one for both mediums, and it wasn't. And I was like, oh, great. So I have it. Yeah, and I've tried a couple, and definitely I think Gina K is the one that I've walked away most pleased with.
Okay.
But I'll have to go back and check out the Jeff.
Yeah.
It's definitely one of those
I
things you
have
want
a
to get
feeling
right.
that's no. It would just be like you find something your favorite jeans. They work for you
Yes.
forever. It's like jeans. A nice black ink that you can
Yeah.
count on. Yeah. And I don't have an answer right yet, but maybe someday. I'm getting closer.
Keep me
Okay,
posted.
so I have done something shocking, I will tell you. I got Catherine Pooler re-inker and re-inked a Close to My Heart pad. But they always say, no, no, you can't do those things. And I did. And the sun has come up. It's been fine. Um, whether it was great or not, I'm the jury's still out. But I wanted try the Catherine Pooler reinkers because they're water reactive, and I wanted to try it. So I thought, well, I'm not going to be out that much if I mess up the pad, and it didn't. I'm not sure it's
Awesome.
inked right or yet,
I was
but
about to say, do you think you got the same or what did it react to water the way you wanted it to?
it did. It
Oh,
did.
that's a
It
win, I
works.
guess. Yeah.
So we'll see
Yeah,
how that.
I tried Catherine Pooler for the first time like a month or two ago, a couple months ago, and that's the quality I like the most about them is how water reactive. Because I
Mm-hmm.
have the
Mm-hmm.
stress oxide, and they're wonderful too. But I wanted something that could stamp really crisp details.
Right.
And
You don't get
the
that with the
Catherine
stress
Fuller is
oxides.
very impressive
Mm-hmm.
to me
Yep.
in that way. So I really like those. I know now why everyone sings their praises. Those are really nice.
They do too. They really do like them. So it's and you can get the little cubes too to try them out if you want. So that's a good thing too. I think it's okay. I think this is going to work out. It's just nothing fancy on this card, but it's going to work, I think.
I like it. I
Now,
like
the
the colors.
question is the tone on tone is the pattern paper. Oh, white on white. Mr. Producer, you're so smart. The white on white is my smile on the white and a tone on tone. Woo-hoo-hoo. Now I'm trying to remember where I moved my Nuvo drops. I hate it when I do that. Oh, it didn't take very long. Okay, that's good. Crafty Owl, thank you. Are you going to be able to play with us? Crafty Owl and I have an announcement we're not going to tell you yet. Don't we, Crafty Owl? We have a secret.
Are you going to tell us tonight?
Nope, nope, nope,
Not
we're
even
not.
tonight? Oh,
No. It is such a fun secret. Linda Gorman loves Catherine Pooler inks. This glue is Art Glitter Glue. And it dries really fast. It's remarkable. I'm not used to fast drying glue, and I have been stuck several times going, oh no, it glued. It did its job too fast. So, yep. Okay, Sherry Bradley, who is a product aficionado from Close to My Heart, says that the intense black works for both watercolor and alcohol inks.
awesome.
Yeah. And mine needs to be re-inked, so it's on my list. I'll probably not use something else, but I'll get the re-inker, which, those last forever. Rose likes the VersaFine Clair. I think that's really a fine inking ink. And she likes the Close to My Heart Intense Black or Gina K. So I would just like something that doesn't bleed near.
Yes.
Stuff like that. Yeah. You can send a man to the moon. Just need a good, reliable black ink.
Exactly.
We'll get it. Probably already have it now. We just have to get ourselves into it. Rainbow Dalmatian. I just think that's a lovely idea.
Oh, it was so cute. So cute.
Oh,
Like I said, I put that in the bank so I could make it happen later.
yes, ma'am. That's the one. Do you keep a notebook or like a
I
sketch
do.
pad of ideas? Yep.
I do.
Yep.
Yeah. It really helps me because I'll come up with ideas when I can't craft or do anything about it. So it's really nice to have that stash and that there to reference later. And it's like a mental download so I can relax after I get my ideas on paper.
Right.
Otherwise, I'm a little tense because I'm like, I don't want to forget this or whatever,
Exactly.
So,
And that's my theory on scrapbooking too. It's you don't have to work so hard on trying to remember something because you've got it down.
yeah,
It's a relief.
absolutely.
Just a relief. You just don't have to worry about it. Roberta, my 4 colors are this orange gold, which it was a Close My Heart paper, so I think it's Gold Rush. This was a Close My Heart ink, and it's called Lagoon, but it's a blue green. I used a dark yellow green, which was a Close My Heart ink called New England Ivy, which was one of my first inks. Yes, ma'am. 20 some years ago. And then I have then I followed through with the gold on the flowers and then a darker blue for just that little spot right there. And that was a Copic. So that's what I did. I'll make it a little darker maybe. So I have two blues, a blue green and a true blue, and a gold, a yellow orange, that's what I would call it, and a yellow green, and a blue green. That help? Ooh, cool. Miss Mary, you got your clear bags. I just ordered bunches and bunches of envelopes from Clear Bags because they had a 15% off thing. It was really very inexpensive, so I can move them down the street to the nursing home. Nice. Thank you, Brenda. Oh, okay. That's a good thing. Brenda says look up May May Made It, and she has a great video on tips for art glitter glue. So that's a good thing. Linda watercolors with Catherine Pooler inks. I also watercolor with Close My Heart inks, except for the grays. The grays will turn, or the greens will turn gray. Oftentimes you have to be careful. If it's a grayish green like this one, it will just turn gray when you use water on it. So if you want gray, it's good. You're excited about our fun surprise, Crafty Al? Me too. Nice.
So,
yep, now I've got Nuvo drops on here. I can't touch a thing.
Mary, do you mind if I talk a little bit about one of the items to give away tonight? Because I was just going to pull it off my bottle.
Let's
So
do it. Talk.
I wanted to show everyone this
I hit that
bottle bobble.
Yes.
And so it's so great because it helps me not lose the pen that goes in my fine tip glue. Like I used to only have the pen that they send you. And I can't tell you how many times I was searching my craft room for this tiny, it's like a needle in a haystack, this tiny green thing. So, anyways, I found these on Etsy and the shop owner was so sweet. And I ordered a couple of them and she wanted to give away a couple. So she wanted to give one to you and one to someone who you spin the wheel for.
I am so happy for Cynthia to be so generous and thoughtful. So, Cynthia, did you see her in the chat? I don't know.
I've kind of just had my head down.
Yeah, I gotcha. But Cynthia, if you're here, thank you so much for my gift. I'm super excited about it because I just have been using a pen, and yes, it is a ton of effort. I have to take that off and think.
Exactly.
Where am I putting? And
exactly.
It's just that really can ruin that's kind of a buzzkill when you're crafting.
It is.
So I'm excited to have my little pretty show up, and we will put her Etsy shop on in the group, and then I'll try to put it down in the information, but just join the group so I only have to do it once. Okay. So that would be great. This will make it easy. But yeah, I'm really excited about that. And then you also have an Etsy shop. I looked at it today, and you are giving away a nice gift certificate to that also tonight.
Yeah, I'm giving away a $15 gift certificate to it, and
very sweet.
I need to restock it. So whoever wins that, you might give me a minute to restock because I'm about to de-stash a whole bunch of stamps and dies, which is what I do in my Etsy shop.
Oh, I see. That's pretty smart. And
I de-stash in there.
You have pennies on there. So cute. I
do?
snickered. Didn't I see that? Is that not you? Maybe I got the wrong one.
I'm not sure. I'm like, do I have pennies on there? I could. I
I thought it
actually,
was
right
Bitty
now, I
Penny.
have probably some journals, some leftover D stash. I sell, so I make junk journals. I just like paper crafting. I just really
Yes.
do. And so I have some journals on there and just different, maybe some cards, things like that.
Okay, I
But
may
I
have put the
about
wrong link in there. So I may have put the wrong link in the group. So be careful.
it should just be Bitty Penny. If you
That's
did
what it
Bitty Penny,
was.
yeah, then I don't know. Maybe I have some pennies in
They're
there.
like customized pennies.
No.
No, there's
Mm-mm.
some. Okay, we're gonna have to revisit that, but I will. I will. We'll
Oh,
figure
not
it out.
sweat.
But that's very cool. But also, Tracy Penrod from Artsy Albums, you would love her style, Bitty Penny,
Oh, I'll check it
is
out.
going to give away an album, but it's going to be for the people that submit this weekend. And
Oh, cool.
she's got a lot of different different albums, and they're all real. You would love her paper. She has this. She's got a great sense of style with her paper. So I'm very excited and pleased to be able to offer that. But that's going to be if you make a card with pattern paper with any four colors, a, include the a smile or smiles, and use some sort of tone on tone and submit it to craftroulette.live this weekend. We'll tell you more about that again. And but do look up Artsy Albums because they're very, very cute. Oh no. J like Lady Mary says her cat loves those beads. Oh no,
I bet
that's
I
not a
could
good
see
thing
that.
because old Kerwin, he loves to get on my desk and play.
Oh, yeah. I could see a cat squatting at these for sure.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. They could end up all over the place. I'll have to be careful. Well, your little critters are looking mighty fine.
Yeah, I just don't think I'm going to be able to squeeze all three of these. I don't want to cover up kitty. So
Can
I
you
might
cut
have,
the middle? Can you cut the middle Polaroid bottom off? Was that
yeah, I could.
or, or can you stick the that one underneath the bottom one?
I already glued it down. I'm committed.
Oh,
So what
is
I'm
that
thinking
fast?
is that's going to go inside because I like to do the insides of my cards. So I'm thinking I'm going to put that on the inside. I'm going to come in here and do a tone on tone strip and sentiment here.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And then I can put this guy inside.
There you go. Ta-da! Take a bow. That's a good idea.
So
Really
now I just have
nice.
to figure out the sentiment.
Hmm. Good sentiment for that one. Well, it's
I have one in mind. I don't know if they'll fit. I don't think.
we have your back. We're here for you. We believe. We like you. Let's go monkey it right now. It can't just be a specific animal. Oh, good. Thank you, Jade. Like Mary, your cat knocks the bottle all the time and it doesn't spill. Well, that's good to hear. I'm glad. Yes, our scrapbooking day, Sharon, it will be taped and you can watch it later. Yes, ma'am. It does stay up and it's on the 26th of June. I'm sorry. And it is what we did was when we had Fun University on our private site, I taught scrapbooking because I truly believe it is a wonderful thing. And now that we're our public, we don't teach scrapbooking on Fun University any longer. So let me run back just a little bit. I have taught scrapbooking as a close to my heart consultant for many, 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 many years. Made beautiful, beautiful layouts. Ended up some of my people would finish their layout. Some of them would never open the box. Some of them ended up with a pile full of layouts, no memories. So we were going from product to layouts, and I thought, I'm going to try something else. So we took the concept of Craft Roulette, which we gamified card making, and we gamified scrapbooking. It's not the same game, but we gamified scrapbooking so that you can actually start with a memory, and we work it a whole different way than starting with a product. So we had our first event on the 1st of May, and it was great. And we had some wonderful guests, and they helped me make it simpler because I overwork everything. And we're going to try it again. So this time we're going to have our guest is Leslie Benson. She was one of my students when we had Fun University, and she actually did a great job of scrapbooking, and we got her really interested in doing it again. And so I thought, well, it should be a fun guest. So she's going to join us. It's 5 hours long. You will also get a videotape of my favorite scrapbooking tips, which, I've got a lot of experience and it really is good. So I think it'll help simplify it for you and personalize it. If it's not personalized, you won't have any reason to do it. But if it's simple and you can make it super personal, you will find that you will love it. So, Big Funders, absolutely, we are giving it as a gift to you. So don't go and buy it, and we will send you free access. Oh, Rachel Castle, kiss your brain. Okay, Rachel. Wasn't it you, sweetie, that you were, you made a card a couple weeks ago from Craft Roulette, and you said, oh man, that really stretched my brain. And your husband said, well, you better kiss your brain then.
Aw.
But she, right there, she said she'd never scrapbooked before, and she did the last one, and now she's addicted. And I didn't ever think that you had not, because you did so great. So,
Mary, you and Helen and Katie Taylor really ignited it for me again, because I had scrapbooked
yay.
before, but just when you had talked about your dear friend who said, I wish I would have scrapbooked.
Yep.
And, and it just, yes, it's such a
Yep.
meaningful thing to do with our paper.
Yep, it is. And I think and it's such a big concept, it's really hard to pull your brain down and figure out how to do it. But that's what we do. We have figured out how to pull you down and make it work for you. And it really, really does work.
That's so cool. Yeah, for me, mini albums has been my gateway back into it. I feel like, I can make a mini album in like 2 hours usually.
I love mini
And
albums. Yeah.
it just, it puts it in a bite-sized chunk for me so that I can manage and do it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I like that. That's good. That's good to hear. I love that stuff too, because mini albums, to me, I love to do a mini album about things that are meaningful to me, but not necessarily something that my family's going to want to have later. I want to enjoy it, but it's
like
not
as a
something.
journaling almost.
Yeah, almost like my trip with my girlfriends the other day. That'll be in a mini album. My adventures with Frances and Aline. But my family won't care, but I will love it. So
Right.
that's the kind of thing that I like to do for mini albums. But we're also going to be working on something I discovered on the last game, which is, oh my gosh, journaling. Some people have trouble with journaling, so we're going to be practicing with that too. And I think that'll be helpful too, because writing can be kind of scary. We don't want to be scary. We want to have fun. You can't scrapbook in your red chair. Oh no. Yes, do print pictures. You're going to want, it's going to be a summer theme. It is a different game, so even if you were with us on May 1st, it's going to be different. We're going to have different we're going to do a lot the same, but there's going to be different areas that we're going to talk about and work from. What was the other thing? You're going to want to have about 45 to 200 pictures, but not more. So there are some pre-sorting things that you're going to want to do for the day, but we'll have that all ready for you. That's the thing we're going to do this weekend, I think so.
Oh, fun.
Get it all ready for everybody. So yay, Sharon, I'm glad. You'll have to introduce yourself and tell us what your history is with scrapbooking. It's fun to see if anybody's ever done it before or not. So Sue, you do a great job of journaling. Yeah, you loved the first one, Brenda. Yeah, I'm glad. That's okay. We'll do another one, I think.
That's the plan.
That's the plan, man.
All right, I'm just about done if you're waiting on me, Mary. And
Oh,
everyone
I'm
else.
just reading the chat and enjoying
Oh,
everybody's
cool.
company.
Good. Gonna glue down the sentiment.
Yay
So I
for
chose to
you,
put it on
Erica.
vellum.
Welcome to Craft Roulette. I look forward to seeing it. How are you, Deborah Shaw? Thank you for joining us tonight. A lot of familiar names, a lot of new names.
Hey,
Nice
Deborah.
people. Camille, it's good to see you here. Yeah, Sue, you and I both do that. We journal for ourselves. But we also, yep, you do. It's nice, but Sue, don't you find that once you get that story out of you, you can relax a little bit? It's just like, oh man, I don't have that to have to remember. Yay! Journaling is one of my favorite parts too. It's the story. Oh, I look forward to learning more about your son from Russia. That's exciting. Yeah, I bet you were too busy. Oh. Yeah, Sharon, Katie Taylor tells about her oldest son who comes home. He doesn't live with them any longer because he's an adult. And he comes home and always looks at his scrapbook of when he was little. I think it's very sweet. And Ellen Card Monkey, your grandson wants one? Ooh, how can you say no to that? I know my friend Vicki Logan, who was one of my early supporters and was a customer friend here in the city. She would take her grandson on vacations, and then she would make a scrapbook for him, and he became very, very. He loved them. It became one of his highlights of the trip was reliving it in their scrapbook. Mm-hmm. Oh, you got your pen, Teresa? They're nice, aren't they? I think they're really nice pins. They're the logo for Fun University. I'm glad you got it. Do you have to do stamping for this or for the scrapbook Shax 66? I think you just mean here. You can use pattern papers with a stamp sentiment. Yeah, as long as you get those 4 parameters in there, you'll be fine. Card with a pattern paper. So if you have pattern paper, you're good. Any 4 colors. A smile or smiles in some kind of tone on tone. And like I did the tone on tone paper, tone on tone smile on white. Any 4 colors were blue, green, blue, yellow, and green. Oh, those are the same colors we used on your last show, Bitty Penny.
They are, yeah.
A smile or smiles, I wrote smile or die cut it, and tone on tone was my paper. So it doesn't have to be, it can be all sorts of different ways.
Alrighty.
Okay. Does that help? Okay, good. Neato. Good, good. All right. Look at you. So, how about that on the inside? That's like a card inside a card.
That's how I like to roll. So
I know.
this year I decided I wanted to pay more attention to the insides of my cards. And I've really been enjoying it. And like you said, it's like almost getting to make two cards in one
Hmm.
sometimes.
It really is.
So
Well,
I think I
I
have
start
everything.
writing. I don't usually shut up very easily. I don't want the insides to be busy because I write a lot. So
Mm,
I leave my insides blank.
yeah.
Okay, tell us about your card.
Okay. So yeah, I think I have all the parameters. I'm gonna look at them again real quick.
Yeah.
I have the pattern paper, four colors. My critters are smiling, and yeah, I did tone on tone. I really kind of did more tone on the inside
Hmm.
than the
Hmm.
outside. Um, yeah, so I guess my four colors are like this turquoise, yellow, pink, and green.
Yeah, that turned out just great. Four colors is actually a lot. We're so used to doing three and not, I don't think we all realize how often we just use three colors. But four colors
Right?
can really stretch us even a little bit more. But those are darling. And those cats are so cute.
They're
Hard Monkey
adorable.
Jarvis will like that top frame a lot. And I like Polaroid frames. They look good.
They're fun.
They are.
Absolutely.
We
Yeah.
had that as a
Yeah.
parameter once. Polaroid
Oh,
frames.
cool.
Yeah, it was fun.
So I
Yep,
always lose
yep.
my tittle. I lost my tittle for this. I do it every single time. It doesn't matter. Like this is my first
Now,
time to use this sentiment, and I still did it. It doesn't matter.
does it have one?
Yeah, it's supposed to. It cut one
Oh,
out. It just didn't survive my craft room and me. So I have a fix for that though. That's what I
what do
like
you
these
do?
little
What do you
gems
do?
for. I like these little gems.
Oh, they're more
Um,
fun anyway.
yeah, put some bling on it. Or if you don't have gems, you could use enamel dots, which actually, since this is the inside of my card, and I don't
Mm,
want, the gem, I don't want it to kind of pierce and
yep,
if I,
yep.
because I'm going to mail this off. Let's see. Have an
You
enamel.
could, have you ever tried just a hole punch?
Oh yeah, could do that as
Yeah,
well.
I use hole punches a lot just for a flat bow brad sort of look. Yeah, the wheel loved us this week, didn't it, Susan? The wheel, I'm excited to see what you guys come up with. You're gonna be able to do so many different things. Very exciting.
Absolutely.
Good deal. Yay, we did it again, Biddy Penny.
Yes, we
Kissing my
did.
brain, kissing my brain, kissing your brain too. We did it, we did it, we did it. Let's go ahead and we're going to go ahead and do our little housekeeping and do our giveaway. If you sent in a card, make sure you stay so that you can win your prize because we've got some nice prizes tonight. And while we do that, Biddy Penny, you can flip your camera. Okie doke.
Alrighty. Yep.
All right, well done. We do want to thank our patrons. We've talked about you a bunch of times tonight. Oh, we did. We got a new one during our episode. Well, welcome to as a fun supporter, Karen C. It's nice to have you. We do want to say a special thank you to Rachel Castle, Janet Flanagan, Kim W, Vicky Emerson, and Vicky Ruda. You guys are all going to get into the scrapbook event free, so just as a way for us to say thank you. How nice of you. You guys, we do try to we don't take anything from any companies. We don't get anything fun. It's okay though because we want to keep this ad free so that you don't have to when you're watching a we don't run ads. We just talk about you guys being patrons and It'd be fun if we could all just sit around the table together. I would so like that. But anyway, I digress. We do want to thank you so much. And if you do have any interest, we do have special content for our patrons. And we have a new show for you, which is when I come back on after this show and talk about the show and my impressions of it and what my thoughts were on making this card. And just about the parameters in general. It's kind of I hope a fun thing for y'all. So check us out, see if it's something that you might want to do. It's fine if you don't, but it's fine if you come on board. We try to have all sorts of levels, so it's very affordable. Take me out for coffee, so to speak. All right. If you want, what's next? Oh, we have some upcoming guests. Leslie is not going to be able to be here, but I didn't get her taken off because she's so cute and I just wanted to see her little face again. But she is going to be on our scrapbook event. Then after that, we have Christine Bertram. She is a hoot and a holler. She teaches her customers not to give her sour faces on Facebook. Only thumbs up, happy faces, and hearts. So she is a hoot and a holler. If you've never met Christine, you're going to want to be on that show. After that, look at what we have. We've got a panel of three. We've got Sandy Boone from 3 Room Studio. Woo! Allison Cope, who just got on a new design team for Chibonix, I think it is, the little electric thing. And Candace Richardson, who is going to be going to medical school. It will probably be the last time we get to see her for some time. So make sure you join us for that. After that, we've got a couple new guest hosts or guest crafters. So we're excited about having some new people in our group too, because we love them all. So join us every week, Fridays, 6:30 Central Time, or on the replay. We're just fine to have you anytime that works for you. Guess what? It is giveaway time. Oh, it's been a good night. And everybody that sent in a card from last week are on the big wheel right there. Oh my goodness. I guess it's over here now. Oh, there it is. Okay. See, I'm backwards on the camera. Need to let me know that you won. If you do not let me know, I don't chase you down. This is only going to be for the United States. I'm sorry, but we do have this beautiful prize from Lisa Stanley as a spin sponsor. It is a Mama Elephant, beautiful floral, kind of looks like the one I got. It's got some really nice sentiments, so pretty. And a die cut. So we're going to spin for that last. First, we're going to spin for a $15 gift certificate to Can. Looky there, there's Bitty Penny. Look at.
Oh, hey! I was reading comments.
I thought maybe we're taking a little nap or something.
Oh, yeah, no, I was catching up.
It is Friday night. Sometimes we're kind of tired by then. Since you are going to be giving away the first 2 prizes, would you like to count Mr. Producer down for the spin? Oh, well, first we're going to do the $15 gift certificate to Bitty Penny's Etsy store.
Okay.
So if you want to count him down.
3, 2, 1, spin.
Good luck, everybody. And this is just for the people that sent in cards because they've done a little extra for the show. Man. And you can see all of the cards on craftroulette.live under gallery. Ooh, 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 ooh. Oh, Brian, I thought you had it for sure. Rose Duberstein!
Awesome.
That is wonderful. Rose has been watching us since almost the first show.
Oh, I'm so
that is
happy, Rose. Good.
And I got a feeling she's kind of, she's going to enjoy a little shopping time.
Good.
All right, the second giveaway is our little bubbles from Cynthia.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you have a glue bottle that is sad and lonely with just a little pin, we're going to make your day. You want to count them down again? This time in another language.
That might be a challenge.
Okay.
Yeah.
Grunt then, if you can pretend it's French.
I can
maybe
count
since you
up, but down
count
is
up
more
to
of a
3.
challenge. Okay.
Count up to 3.
Uno, dos, tres.
Yes, we can go both ways.
I was gonna do Farsi, but I couldn't pull it out.
Oh,
I know a little bit of
wouldn't know what.
Farsi.
I wouldn't know when you got to one anyway. Oh boy, it's going to get it. Beep! And shuffles. Yay for you! You're going to have to let me know. You guys have to let me know you know that you won, and then I will get the information to Biddy Penny, and just do that by DMing me through Facebook, please. That would be the easiest. Or the contact form on craftroulette.live. All right, and now for this beautiful stem set. It really is pretty. You know, the hardest part about this job is people send me these wonderful prizes to give away, and I don't get to keep them. It's tough. I mean, it's like, they'll never know, will they? No, I've never kept a thing. But 3, 2, 1, spin for the pretty. But I do look at them, and I dream. I have plenty. Oh. Anne is in Australia. Okay, we'll have to probably do that again. Boo Ann Johnson, who is not here tonight. I hope she hears this. She will. She always contributes. But she was just out for the night. And if you want to DM me your Shack 66, DM me your address and I will send you a lovely, fun university decal. Okay, we'll do that, and then we will spin again for the baubles because that shipping is just ridiculous. We try. I've looked into it. It's nuts. So 3. Oh, never mind.
Steven's on it.
He is way on it. He's way ahead of me. Thank you for letting us know that too. She's in Kansas. We can do that one.
Fantastic.
Cool. All right, I've got it written down so we won't forget. Please just DM me your address and your information if it's an email or whatever, and we'll get those things all taken care of. Hey, I like how those go up on the screen. Is that new?
That's cool.
A couple weeks old, I just forget. Anyway, it looks good. It's kind of, and I like having Biddy Penny here too. That's fun too. Mr. Producer's he's our tech guy, and he's always changing stuff. I never know. Anyway, it's fun. Well, Biddy Penny, it was a blast.
Hold on.
Hang on. Hold that thought.
Do the challenge.
Oh, I forgot this part. You too can play along with us. Make a card with these parameters. Card with pattern paper, any 4 colors, smile or smiles, tone on tone, and complete your project. Make it a really good one. Take a really good picture. Only 1 card per, or submission per card. You have 48 hours to submit it to craftroulette.live. There's a form. It's real easy to follow. It gives us permission to do it. You can tell us if you've ever been there, how many games you've played, all that kind of stuff. Write me a little note because I love reading them. And then you will be on the blog on Monday, and you'll be on the show on Friday. And you will be eligible for that wonderful artsy album from Tracy Penrod. So make sure you join us, and we wish you the very best. We look forward to seeing what your creative talents bring you. So now we get her back. There she is. Tell me about those earrings before we get off. What are those?
They're tassels. They're
Oh,
just a
fun.
bunch of fun tassels.
I thought they were maybe feathers, but then I went, no, they don't look like feathers.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I like them because they're so light and they have volume.
They do have
My hair was
volume in
giving
there.
me my hair was giving me very like the flying nun kind of look tonight.
Yes.
It was doing some real wild things, so I thought maybe the earrings might distract them.
Well, I didn't notice a thing about your hair being weird, so it must have worked.
Awesome. Cool.
And
They
look just
worked.
fine.
They did
Yeah,
the magic. I was hoping they would.
You're a very pretty girl. Very pretty
Oh,
girl. Well, thank you so much for being with us and filling in and helping us out.
absolutely. It's a
And
blessing.
making
I
a
adore it.
card that just looks really easy. it
It's
isn't
fun.
hard. It isn't hard.
No,
And
no.
it does help to have the parameters, don't you think?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Otherwise, you know, there's just overly stimulated. There's so many things to choose from. So it's always for me best
exactly.
to start with an idea or certain product or something like that to rein it all in.
Yes. Yeah, it does help. It does indeed, just to give you some guidance and give
Hmm.
you a little direction and then shoot you out of the branch and let you go. Yep.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, you keep crafting, making everybody happy. Check out Biddy Penny's YouTube. She does a lot of YouTubes. How many do you do a week? 2 or 3?
3 is what I go for, what I try to do a week. Um, but it all just depends on how much it's a little more challenging with things opening up more.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
I might slide it down to 2 a week, but I don't know. I just love the engagement. Honestly, if I didn't have a day job, I would do YouTube every day because I have the ideas. I just don't have the time.
Yeah, I understand.
So,
Yeah.
I like sharing and engaging.
It's smart.
For
You
now,
do
it's
a
free.
good job. You make everybody happy. So you're a little bright light.
Oh, thanks. I hope so.
You're welcome. And you guys are bright lights too, and you know what time of night it is. Is it?
Hmm.
One for our noggins, one for you guys. One for you too, Biddy Penny. Thank you,
Oh, thank
patrons.
you.
Thank
Right back
you,
at you.
chat. Thank you, Mr. Producer. Thank you, moderators. And thank you, Biddy Penny. We'll see you next week, maybe earlier on Fun University. Good night.
Bye, everybody.